It is one of the fiercest and at times most controversial rivalries in all of college football. The two showcase programs from the state of Utah. This game has had its share of fights, it's had its share of feuds. At times it has been a figurative and near literal war. But to most, something about it still feels holy. Glad to have you along from Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. It's the BYU Cougars and the Utah Utes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with the Utah head coach before the game. He understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. Leaves it in his belly. Finds a crease at the 20. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Utes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game...
He's loose. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Utes. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Starting in 1971, the Beehive Boot was established to determine the best team from the state of Utah. The boot itself, estimated to be well over 100 years old.
Man, this is one of the most physical college football games I think we see each and every year, David. And this game's been referred to the holy war between BYU and Utah, but this game almost feels like an NFL matchup because of the size and the physicality these two teams play with.
And Jesse, that's a great breakdown, and I agree with the NFL talent and all that stuff, but let's get back to the boot. A 100-year-old boot. Like, that's what the prize is. How bad do you think that thing smells?
They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. He'll take the deep shot. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Cougars! That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And he'll bring it back. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Fights off a defender. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Dropping back, it's McNeil. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
Let's not complicate this. My man.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Throws to the tight end. With the catch, it's Ramsey. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era, but certainly for the winner, clear. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Turning it on. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Unleashes one. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The run inside. It's Vargas. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. To pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Makes the catch. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Cougars.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. On the move from inside his 5. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Leaves it with the back. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. And the Utes in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Utes will have it 1st and 10. The ride. Pass to 6. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period, 1st down here. Pulls it. Hands it off. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, he can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Out wide left, it's Ramsey. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Moving the pocket, it's McNeil. Look out! Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And the Utes will hustle to the line. Going to the run, it's Rice. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harper. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Drops back on first down. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
So just a lack of discipline, and on fourth down, too, just hands this offense a 1st and 10. Just had to get rid of him.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
2nd and long here. Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. That one's not even close.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Just even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's McNeil. Lets it fly. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line, you got a lot of space to still throw. You get your receivers open and try to make plays in the passing game.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Left side, it's Rice. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Quickly to the tight end. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard attempt. It's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Straight ahead, it's Vargas. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They give it back to him. He's got the first down. There he goes. At the 30. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Timeout taken by BYU at 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
And it's right down the boulevard. And the 3-ball locks us up as we get closer to the half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. One more snap coming before halftime. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock. Didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
Ready. Flag 14. Flag 14. Ready to go. Go.
Not willing to risk anything here. They'll just take a knee and head to the locker room, and we have ourselves a tie game. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with Minnesota taking on the USF Bulls. And it's the Gophers chasing a 6th straight victory today. This team is a snowball rolling downhill, just adding momentum with every new week.
And the returner is stopped.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they hoped for. Going the other way, and he's got room.
comes up with another big play, man. They get the big six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
From the gun, it's Vargas.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Guided out of bounds at the 34, and the running game really coming through.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
And they can't make the play on third down.
Yeah, and I think third and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football. Now you got a fourth down situation.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Solid punt headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. Running inside, it's Rice. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. In some ways, guys, it feels as if the first part of the season has built to this. A real chance to prove yourself in a battle between number 1 and number 2.
I think this is a game, guys, that's really going to define the path to the national championship. It's rare that you get this 1 versus 2 matchup at this time of the year. So you know here, David, the energy is just going to be off the charts.
Yeah, because we already know midway through the season now what these teams are. And they're great teams that are trying to get into the playoffs. So whoever gets this dub now, you got a win against a top team for your resume.
Here they come, trying to convert a third and short from the 28. Sells to fake. Wide open downfield. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Utes want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw, it's McNeil. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They'll come to the line, 90 seconds to play here in the third. Quick give, it's Rice. Got a little grass. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards. And
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Big loss on the last play, threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! And that lead grows even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down, leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Could not make his way to the corner. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Cougars want to crank the tempo.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here. That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my friend.
He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Hits inside. It's Vargas. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, and still on his feet. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. He wants to go deep. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Gives it. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. They'll ride him again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Timeout taken by BYU at 2nd. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Back to pass, it's McNeil. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Cougars are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. On the return. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. They'll start this drive from the 42. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Fires on the move. Makes the grab.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too. Because of what you just said, David, they can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete to the left. Looking for room at the 30. Turning it on. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. That penalty moves the ball into the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. He'll take a shot. And that one is picked off in the end zone. He's run out of bounds, and that's going to do it. The defense coming up large and putting a wrap on this one.
about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together, but man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.
And we're certainly feeling the spirit in this edition of the Holy War, and it is the Utes who take the crown in this one. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.